Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of this Simgot EM6L. So this is a hybrid model from them, and obviously it's been I think a little while since I tried a Simgot product, and this is meant to be a good one. So yeah, as usual, the full disclaimer is I'd like to thank Linsol for sending me this sample, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video and all thoughts and opinions are my own, and yeah, let's just get into it. So let's have a closer look. Bit of information on the bottom, just about the address really, nothing really on the sides. Obviously you can see where the BAs are, and these actually dampers on them, and they're actually in the shell, so that should be quite a good thing. So a bit more information, there's a graph of it. Looks a little bit spicy, but we'll have a look. Obviously there's the driver layout, so specs. So it's one dynamic driver, 4 BAs per side, Simgot EM6L, triple crossover, so that should be quite a thing. So the DD is a high performance polymer composite diaphragm, dual cavity, 26 ohm impedance, 119 decibels sensitivity. So this actually looks quite easy to power. 3D printed resin shell and oxygen free cable. So it looks like it's from the side. Again, I have not opened this at all, so I don't see. This is a surprise to you. It is for me. So that they've actually got protective covers on the back. Ooh, these are quite nice actually. That's quite looks. I was expecting something as fancy as this. So yeah, obviously I'll take these covers off when I review it. Just do bit by bit. So this is, it says ear tips. So, that big box just for six tips. This feels like a case and some paperwork. User manual. Just quickly skim through this. Again, it's as usual, it's all common sense, and that's it. So let's see what you actually get for a cable. So case is actually quite nice, and yeah, see what you get. This cable actually looks pretty good. So it is a 3.5 to this kind of 2-pin style. I prefer normal 2-pin. This reminds me of like a KZ fitment or something similar. Yeah, so I've no idea what these are like. So yeah, I'll see you in the future when I've spent some time with them. So welcome to my review section of the Simgot EM6L, and yeah, just onto the cable. It's actually quite a nice one. 3.5. There's the branding. I think this only comes in 3.5 to a Y split, which as you can see is super loose, if that really matters to you. And this is what they look like, obviously attached. So yeah, fingerprints as per usual. You can see it's easy to wipe off if you have to. So that's that. So build quality on this set seems to be very, very good. Quite a premium build. Just to show this one, to take this off. So yeah, very nice. To remind me of something else, but I'm not quite sure. But it reminds me of something that's more expensive than these. So yeah, seems pretty good. Obviously this type uses you can use a normal 2-pin. So it reminds me, like, I think, is it KZ connector, or there's something else that uses this kind of connector. It's very familiar. Anyway, comfort I thought was okay. I've tried better. It didn't seem that secure, and the nozzle's kind of wide. So I'd say it's somewhere like in the middle, and that's it for me. So pound sensitivity on this set is not too bad. It seems a little bit harder than normal to power, but nothing out of the ordinary really. So nothing, nothing crazy, nothing like that. I was quite happy with it. So yeah. Again, this is a hybrid set, so it's 4 BAs, 1 dynamic driver per side. I think the balance armatures are two like double units. If you check in the description, you'll see what I mean by that. So timbre of these is very good. It sounds nearly perfect. Like, there's a little bit of BA timbre, but only a little bit. Just it's such a small one, but so the overall tonality on this set is actually pretty good. Sound stage on these and just the stage in general, I found was very good. Also, very good layering with these. Yeah, they've done quite a nice job of the tuning in this set. It's a bit. Normally, Simgot, I think, are mostly done like dynamic drivers. For them to do a hybrid and accomplish something which is pretty good. Yeah, they've done a nice set. So, sound, obviously, just get straight into it. So, I'll put the graph up now. Now, left to right, low end, these hit pretty hard, to be honest. Basically, I expected. I think it uses an 8mm dynamic driver and hits pretty good. Again, I use these with like electronic music and it works perfectly fine. I've also tried a little bit of gaming with these. I use the same game as I did with the Sangsu Fudus before this, the Daimao 1994. Again, it sounds very atmospheric. It sounds great. It's a good experience. Obviously not as good as headphones, but as an IEM, I was very happy with my time playing that game really, and I haven't finished it yet. So yeah, bass is pretty good. Again, for electronic, it pumps pretty hard. Yeah, it works pretty fine. Mid-range on the whole is a solid set. It sounds a touch recessed, but male and female vocals are actually pretty good. I was quite happy with them. Just a little bit recessed, not too bad, not too bad at all. But all the instrument separation and details was quite solid really. I was actually quite happy with them. Now treble, as you can see, my pair has a driver imbalance or driver mismatch. I don't know what you'd call it. Now sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't. This might just be my set. Obviously mine was a sealed unit. It's a review sample, but it's a retail sample basically, so it's not cherry picked, and that's what mine come up as. Again, it's very, most of the time I never noticed. So when I used it first before I graphed it, I didn't really notice, but some things sounded slightly louder on the left, but the bass seemed central. I thought this sounds, and then when I graphed it, it's a little bit off, but it's not too bad at all. Again, this might just be my set, so it is what it is. But anyway, treble is, I think, performs very good. It can be slightly bright sometimes, which I presume is that kind of the treble shelf, like 3K-ish, 3 to 4 is high. Now, I think that's the only real bad about it, apart from the imbalance. Technical performance is good. It's very detailed. Again, it has a fairly natural sound to it, which is quite a thing from balanced armatures. I don't know what brand armatures they use either, so that's another thing. But the treble is very detailed. Again, it's got a very good extension. I've already mentioned the stage. I was actually quite happy with it. I'm quite glad there's no more treble than this. But I think it just depends if you're treble sensitive. If not, you might have to EQ down a touch the 3 to 4.5K kind of part. Apart from that, I couldn't really fault this set. They sound more expensive than the I think it's $109 that they're currently at. It sounds the same, more expensive than that, if you understand what I mean. And I stop waffling. So conclusion is, do I recommend these? Yes. So the only negatives from my testing is one, that imbalance. That may just be my unit, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. And two, it can sound a little bit spicy, a touch. But then again, EQ may solve that, or it might just be my set. But apart from that, it's pretty good. Overall, it performs very well. It's got very good layering, instrument separation. The low end is good. I'm happy with the mid range. Even if it's a touch recess, but it's not too bad. Treble is detailed, has good air, stage, extension. It's pretty good. Not much to say really. They are a good set. So well done, Simgot, for doing a decent hybrid. And I think it sounds more than 110. So if you gave this to me, I think it'd be like $180, $200, $230, something like that. So yeah, nice job. And yeah, as usual, if you want to know anything particular, please do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.